This is KUTV Primetime News with Irene Mwangi.
Thank you for staying with us. Now it is time for our special segment and our interview tonight. In our special segment tonight, Florence Ndungu talks to Wakili Nelson Mutai, the Bomet County Assembly Speaker, on matters devolution and whether the fruits are being felt in the counties. Take a look.
Hello and welcome. My name is Florence Ndungu. Well, today, on today's session, we want to be talking about devolution. It's 8 years down the line. Has it worked? Are there positive results on the ground? And on the ground, I mean, in the 47 counties that are actually being felt? Because devolution was all about ensuring that the citizenry is able to receive the resources they need promptly. And well, I'm more than glad to be joined by Wakili Nelson Mutai. He is a lawyer as well as the Bomet County Assembly Speaker.
Thank you. I'm happy to be with you. Thank you so much. We'll engage.
Wakili, let's just dive into it. I want to know, 8 years down the line, do you feel like devolution has achieved what it was meant to achieve?
Yeah, sincerely speaking, 8 years down the line, we are able to see some effects of devolution on the citizenry. We are able to see new roads being opened. We are able to see the common man participating in development and contributing to the success or to what counties are supposed to do through public participation. So far, I think it's good. We have setbacks, but I think it's doing a good job for our people.
Yeah, before we get down to the setbacks, well, in your county, yes, Bomet County, what are some of these positives that you're actually able to pick?
Quite well. Bomet has been able to achieve a number of development projects. At least so far, we are able to see new roads being opened up. We are able to see ECD centers being constructed by counties. We are able also to see ponds, water ponds, and water is being supplied to the people, which was a problem initially. It used to take ages before you see a road being constructed, before you see a bridge being constructed. It used to take a long time before you have it done. But so far, and even the value, the kind of life you can see now is changing, because many of the people are employed in the county. You'll see them doing one or two things for themselves. And I think that is a positive step for the county of Bomet.
Yeah. I know you said there are challenges, maybe bedeviling devolution.
We have challenges because of, we have politics, we have negative politics as well. We also have issues to do with corruption. Some people are not straight in what they are doing. And those are the issues that bring, these are the things that affect us from doing the best for our citizens. So far we are, at least now we are able to work on it and correct where those mistakes have been before. Yeah.
Indeed, corruption, I would like to see it as a cancer that eats us from within. By Bomet County, how are you tackling such challenges?
We have been able to try the best means possible to remove or to weed out any corrupt persons or members of staff who might be corrupt. And ESCC and the relevant agencies are also handling those issues.
For counties and devolution to work, we need a lot of money because this function needs money. But we are at a situation where the counties have been experiencing cash crunch because the National Treasury has not been disbursing funds in good time. How are you people surviving without money?
It's a big problem as a county, because we have not seen money for quite some time now. those are serious setback on devolution because the government has not been dispersing funds on time. Maybe because of the problems that we see in the national government as well. I'm able to address it and address it early enough and give it the funds to counties. Yeah.
Well, there's this issue of BBI. Currently, counties are receiving 15%, but BBI seems to be, even though it's in its deathbed, it was suggesting 35%.
35%. Actually, that was one of the ways that it was like used as a 35% could have been the best thing that ever happened. And if it is possible to get 35%, I think counties will be far much advanced. I still have a problem because if you remove 35% from the national kitty, then what remains might be so little to handle the functions that are still with the national government. So I still think it's still a far cry, and it will take time before that one is realized. But 35% is a welcome thing for counties. If it happens, we are happy as a county to be receiving that portion of money. Actually, for Bomet, I think if that bill was to go through, we were supposed to be getting something like 16 billion or thereabouts. Yeah, which is good enough.
With increased funding, do you think maybe the national government would also devolve more functions to the counties?
I think so. They should. But with the kind of politics that are taking place at the moment, it might be difficult. But the money should go with functions. If you devolve more money, you devolve also functions. And by extension, you give to the local people also an opportunity to have a share in the development of counties. So far, and just to add on that, when people do contracts, the locals do contracts, when they do some few things here and there, they are going to develop their areas, they are going to have better buildings, a different lifestyle than before. I think Bomet at the moment we are moving forward because so far the old crash-thatched houses are being removed and nice structures are being constructed just because of devolution and because people are able to work and people have gone also, they are educated, and I think that is what is helping our people.
Which of the devolved function would you say has been successful in Bomet County?
So far, we have the construction of ECDs. These ECD centers have been constructed. There are so many, and with the current government, that is a very success story for Bomet. We've done, and so far roads, infrastructure, despite the roads, the rains and all that, there are new infrastructural changes that are being seen in Bomet. There are areas where you could not visit because of terrible roads, impassable areas, but so far they are opening up. Maybe those are the success stories. We are seeing also in terms of dams and ponds, water ponds. Those are the things that we think are going to help our people access some water, some better water than before. Though we had requested, there was a project which His Excellency the President was supposed to give us, Boster Water Project. It could have been able to support Bomet County at large. The whole of Bomet County could have been assisted if Boster Project was completed. It was in the pipeline, but we would request the Honorable, His Excellency the President to assist us as a county and as a people to get good access to water.
Yes, now that we're talking about water, in terms of health, you have been making headlines for all the right reasons because of the oxygen plant at Longisa Hospital. Because when we look at a country like India, they had been overwhelmed by the second wave of COVID-19, and people were suffocating for lack of oxygen. But Longisa Referral Hospital is producing more than it can actually consume. But also there are also challenges within the same hospital. What would you say is working very well for you guys?
We have issues to do with, I believe, we're happy because of that project that we're able to get our own oxygen and even give it out, because we don't sell it. It's not in our business of the county to sell. So it's given out, as the governor rightly put it, that it is being given to hospitals to assist them also get the supply of oxygen. And in as far as the issues that were in the headlines lately, sometimes politics also takes us in center stage. Maybe we have some few issues of mismanagement or sabotage at some point, but we hope it will be corrected. Yeah.
Quite impressive. Well, what would be your take on maybe local politics? What is happening? We've seen, I don't say they're pulling in different direction. Where, of course, the Senate has the role of doing the oversight, but your, let me say, your senator and your governor are crashing, especially because of Longisa Referral Hospital and how they're offering services to Longisa people.
I think also politics are playing center stage, but I hope the residents of Bomet get their rightful share, despite all the political issues. And I think governor has a good intention to help the people get access to better health care. We had a team visiting the facility, and they say there is water. I think also there was a problem because of Kenya Power, and I think that at some point they have some challenges because of bills, just because we still have the same problem of funds being not distributed to counties from the national government. So sometimes you lack funds to pay electricity, and Kenya Power sometimes disconnect the water, but we have standby supplies. Yeah.
Before we wind this segment, I would like to talk about tea in Bomet County. You're doing very well in terms of tea, and you will be exporting tea to Iran.
So far, we have done the modalities, and we have engaged with the Iranians. I was in the team that visited Iran to see whether there's a possibility of doing business with Iran. Challenges are there, especially with regard to the sanctions which Iran had. But there is a way we can conduct business despite those challenges. So we have a very good market for tea in Iran, and I would encourage even other Kenyans to think of doing business with Iran. So many sectors, and the population there, they are very, very active, and they need to access other markets also for other things. So Iran, the relationship between Bomet County or Kenya and Iran is quite impressive, and I believe in the near future it's going to help our people. I believe it will be the front to engage. They are advanced than us, and we can engage in tea business.
What does this mean for the farmers in Bomet County?
Better prices for our tea, because we had challenges with KTDA initially because of they tax a lot. They put a lot of taxes on the tea farmer. So by the time the tea or the price gets to the farmer, it's very low. It cannot. In fact, people were uprooting tea at some point. So this comes at a time when we really need alternative markets for our tea. And the tea auction used to be the best way, but the bidders in the tea auction they have been suppressing the prices of tea. So Iran is a good place. Pakistan also has a similar market for our tea. And I think these are areas which we should explore. particularly when there are some provisions which were suspended, which barred direct sales. You know, we have the reason why we have that issue of direct sales being a necessity is because these are the people who will, you go straight and get your buyer. When you have brokers in the middle, they also have their cut. So that is why the farmer gets very little for the tea. So direct sales are going to help us. And I think there should have been a better public participation before the bill was passed. But so far, with the Iranian markets, Pakistan market, and others, we will be having a good market for our product. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Board Speaker. Your parting shot in terms of devolution, what needs to be done to empower it?
Okay, I think devolution is our best project that ever happened to Kenyans. At least we are able to see things on the ground. Let's make devolution work. Let's support it, and let's implement what the law says. Let's put it into practice, and let counties work towards protecting devolution and have the services delivered to the people.
Asante sana, Bwana Speaker. It has been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you,
hopefully we'll come and chat more, especially we want to follow up on that tea project with Iran. It's very impressive.
We'll invite you to attend during the launch. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, you've heard it, guys, from the Speaker of Bomet County Assembly. Well, we'll be following up on those projects. They are doing a lot in terms of health, in terms of agriculture. And, well, I must say that people of Bomet County will be very happy with some of these projects that are going to ensure that they get better rates for their